So what we're looking at here is the progression of one of our baseball players in California who trains remotely with us in his Recode process. And what you'll notice when you evaluate the first video here, notice how the head is more medial and it's actually inside, too far inside the column, whereas the head should be lined up more within the bow and within the inside ankle bone. When you compare that to this video on the right, notice how the head is much more in line with the column. And that is very relevant. This postural change is extremely important because it's an indication of the fact that his nervous system is starting to understand the input that's coming through. So your posture is very reflexive in nature. And so when you start to see this type of change in the postural alignment through the system, we understand that the nervous system is accepting the input that's coming through during the Recode process. And that is going to establish a proper communication channel from the foot and the ankle to the nervous system. And there's not going to be this perception of threat as much anymore. And that is actually going to create a significant amount of change throughout the rest of the Recode process. As you notice in the right side, in addition to the postural alignment, in this right foot, notice how it's already pointed way out before we start. If you evaluate this second video, this after, although yes, we still have work to do inside ankle bone high, we notice that the foot is actually coming in at a straighter angle and that postural alignment is following. And that is because the Recode process is actually sending in the proper afferent feedback or the proper input to the nervous system. So it understands there is no longer this perception of threat and the body is able to actually get back to the innate patterns that it is designed with to be able to move and utilize inside ankle bone high and utilize the bow and the hip and spinal hinges. And this is a great progression in a short amount of time for this young athlete.